At the 2025 Super Bowl, Serena Williams had a unique plan in mind. She wanted to get an autograph from Taylor Swift for her daughter, Olympia. However, what began as a simple mission quickly turned into a moment of reflection, as Williams found herself caught in the tense, high-stakes atmosphere of the game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a plan she had been eagerly anticipating, but things didn't go quite as she expected. In a candid interview with Time published on April 16th, Williams, 43, opened up about her experience at the Super Bowl, where she and her husband, Alexis Ohanian, attended the event with their young daughter. Their goal? To bring Olympia to meet the global pop sensation, Taylor Swift, who was in the stands watching her boyfriend, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, play in the highly anticipated game. Williams and Ohanian had big plans to introduce Olympia to Swift in her suite. They were hoping to make a memorable moment for their daughter, who, like many kids, is likely a big fan of Swift's music. However, as the game unfolded and the Chiefs began to fall behind, Williams realized that meeting Swift might not be as simple as she had initially envisioned. "I'm such a mom," Williams said in the interview, her voice filled with that familiar mix of humor and warmth that has made her such an approachable figure in the public eye. "I was ready to go in here myself and be like, 'Taylor, come get this girl.'" The plan had been to approach Swift in the suite for that coveted autograph, a gesture she felt would make Olympia's day. But as the Chiefs' chances of victory became slimmer and slimmer, Williams' priorities shifted. As the game continued and the Eagles put the Chiefs' hopes of a three-peat further out of reach, Williams hesitated. The reality of the situation hit her. She didn't want to interrupt Taylor Swift, who was clearly nervous and invested in the game, a game that wasn't going the way she had hoped. Williams quickly realized that with Swift so engrossed in the game, it probably wasn't the best time to ask for an autograph. "It's hard when your team is losing," she said, empathizing with the emotional roller coaster Swift must have been going through. "I totally get it." In an attempt to protect Swift from any undue stress, Williams ultimately decided not to go through with the plan. She understood that asking for an autograph in the middle of such a charged atmosphere, especially with the game slipping away from Kelce and the Chiefs, might not have been the most considerate move. "I totally get it," she added, recognizing the emotional toll the game must have been taking on Swift. The decision was one that reflected Williams's deep understanding of the human experience, especially the pressures that come with being in the public eye. The Super Bowl didn't just feature a thrilling game. It also saw a surprising moment of tension when Taylor Swift was shown on the Jumbotron in the Caesars Superdome, which led to a chorus of boos from some fans in the stadium. Serena Williams, who has been a staunch advocate for women's empowerment and fairness throughout her career, couldn't hold back her thoughts on the situation. "Why would you boo her? That's so mean. That's just awful," she said. Her words reflected her compassion for Swift, who, despite being one of the most successful and beloved artists in the world, was facing negativity simply for showing support for her boyfriend. Williams's outcry against the boos was not just about defending Swift, but also about promoting kindness and decency in an often harsh world. After the Super Bowl, Williams took to X, formerly Twitter, to voice her support for Swift, reassuring the singer not to pay attention to the hate. "I love you at Taylor Swift, 13, don't listen to those boo," Williams wrote in a post that was both encouraging and protective. Williams has always used her platform to speak up for what's right, and this moment was no different. It was clear that, as a fellow public figure, Williams understood the challenges of dealing with unwarranted criticism and the importance of offering support in moments of need. But that wasn't the only moment during the Super Bowl that Williams found herself in the spotlight. During Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance, Williams made a brief cameo that sparked some controversy. As Lamar performed his diss track, Not Like Us, many viewers assumed that Williams' appearance was a deliberate jab at rapper Drake, with whom she had briefly dated back in 2011. Given that Lamar's song was perceived as a diss toward Drake, some speculated that Williams was using the moment to settle old scores. Williams was quick to address the rumors in her Time interview. She firmly denied any such intention, clarifying that her cameo during Lamar's performance had nothing to do with Drake. "Absolutely not," Williams said, shaking her head in disbelief at the idea. "I would never do that." Her response was direct, highlighting that her appearance was simply about enjoying the show, not about any personal drama. Williams' response was a reminder that even celebrities who are constantly under public scrutiny have their own boundaries and motivations for their actions, which may not always align with what the public perceives. Beyond the events of the Super Bowl, Williams also reflected on her relationship with her husband, Alexis Ohanian. The two have been married since 2017 and share two daughters, Olympia, who is now 6, and Adira, born in 2023. Williams spoke lovingly about her bond with Ohanian, noting how they were in a different space as a couple. "We're so connected. We're so in love," she said, highlighting the deep emotional and familial ties that continue to grow between them. It's clear that Williams finds immense joy and fulfillment in her family life. And while they may have been caught up in the whirlwind of celebrity and sports at the Super Bowl, their connection remains grounded in love and mutual support. Ultimately, the story of Williams' time at the 2025 Super Bowl isn't just about her desire for an autograph or the drama surrounding Taylor Swift's presence at the game. It's about the intersection of family, fame, and the challenges of being a public figure. For Williams, it was a reminder that sometimes the best decisions are the ones that prioritize empathy and understanding, whether it's protecting someone from the stress of a losing game or standing up against cruelty from the public. In the end, Serena Williams' experience at the Super Bowl exemplified the complexities of navigating fame, family, and public expectations. It wasn't just about the excitement of being at one of the biggest sporting events in the world. It was about the quiet, thoughtful moments that define who she is as a person and a mother. Whether it's supporting Taylor Swift in the face of negativity or simply choosing not to bother a nervous singer during a tense game, Williams showed once again that her heart is always in the right place.